get it. Oh shit, I need to change that.
Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit the hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My dream cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the ass like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch and start the lot. Go ahead, jump and hop on it. Rep for your bro, when you're supposed to pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My druid code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the ass like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze or won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My druid code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real.
Let's get it.
Treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do it for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving it so the skill. My doing it so the skill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. That first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real.
Let's get it.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Wait, set. Wait, 20. Check 26. 9-9, sweetheart.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping...
Yes. Yes, it is.
March 56. March 56.
Hey, Alabama. 58. Let's go. 56. Take time.
From the 27, Brady, and it's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
That's got to be an alpha. That's got to be a long day. 56 to Mark, boy. 56. Hey, Alabama.
Shotgun now for Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr., had the tackle.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No.
Greystone, travel. Hey, 166.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look out! 140! 11 feet!
Kill! Turn it.
General West!
Turn it.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
In Christian McCaffrey's rookie year, he would not have gotten that carry. It likely would have gone to either Cam or Jonathan Stewart when he was with the Panthers. But now he's the man in the backfield, gets the big carry, picks up the 1st down.
Let's go.
Luck on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Check. Roll bandit. Check it. 72.
On the delay, Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
Wait, that wide, 80. 56. You got it. Go up. No, 66. 56. Hey, high 7. 56. Mike, 56.
Brady now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check out. 1, 6, 3. I Check. One man.
On second and a couple. Luck gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Check out. 675.
On first down, Luck. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
45 to Mike. 40. Easy. Alert. 5. Reggie. 61. Matchbox.
Here's Luck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
45. Mike, 45. Switch up. Hey, check, Mike, 45.
Third and long, it's Luck.
Damn, Luck.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
50. 56. Mike, 56. Check. Hey, 66. Show it up. Hatchet. Switch. Hold 50.
We'll take it. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got Evans. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 30.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And some room to run now. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
first down. Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Touchdown, Carolina! J.J. Nelson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing now is Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now a first down throw. Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's make these babies.
A shotgun snap for Love. He's got White here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Buccaneers' 44-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Love. He hits White, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. From the red zone now, Locke. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter what his man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Fielded at about the 28. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
11. 45's a mic. 45. On. Let's go, D. Go. We got to step.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
12. Down right. Watch twist. Go.
On first down, it's Long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
65. Hey, check.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check. Watch 54. Bravo. D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. Mike 54.
Back to throw. Long. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15 from the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's thinking, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike, Mike Evans. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Brady going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
He's crashing. 12. Mike 54.
Hey, Delta.
54.
From the gun, here's Locke. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Brady eluding the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Mike 56.
Hey, exit.
56.
I smell fear now.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go, Mexico. He's coming.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it'll bring up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Brady to throw again. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. A big play for the Bucs there on third down. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brady going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ross Cockrell. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Carolina, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
tracks like I'm homeless. Rap orgies before getting best. Capture your bounty like Elliot Ness. Yes, bless you if you represent the fool, but I hex you with some witches rule if you do voodoo. I could do what you do, easy. Believe me, frontin' niggas give me heebie-jeebie. So why you imitating Al Capone? I be needing Simone and defecating on your microphone. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. You can't run away from these stars I got, oh baby. Hey baby, 'cause I got a lot, oh yeah.
Going empty, DJ Smiley. Don't hurt him, son.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk away. Those who go where they know the world ain't kick. Jail bars ain't gold gigs. Those who fake, they break.
Taking you back, dropping all the old school joints on your head. DJ Smiley in the mix.
Kick around drinking moonshine. I pour a sip on the concrete. Put it in seats, but no, don't weep. White clubs in the state of sleep. Thinking about the robbery that I did last week. Money in the bag, bank to look like a trap. I wanna play with pelicans from here to Baghdad.
Baddest DJ in the land.
My girl pinched my hips to see if I still exist. I think not. I'll send a letter to my friends. A born again hooligan, only 50 again.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Taking you back, dropping all the old school joints on your head. DJ Smiley in the mix.
Didn't know me 91, but they know me now. I'm the young Harlem with the Goldie sound. Can't hold me, hold me down, cooler. School me to the game, now I know my duty. Stay humble, stay low, blow like Woody. True pimp, spin on the door on the booty. Yeah, we gon' make big on your cutie.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D on double G, but I somehow, some way keep coming up with funky ass hits like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few wins as I breeze through 2 in the morning and the party still jumping 'cause my mama ain't home. I got some freaks in the living room getting it on and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you gonna do? I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the door. But from what we don't love, yeah. So we gon' blow an ounce to this. G's up, boots up for a second now, bounce to this.
Taking you back, dropping all the old school joints on your head. DJ Smiley in the mix.
reminisce for a spell, or shall I say think back 22 years ago to keep it on track. The birth of a child on the 8th of October. I chose when my granddaddy came sober. Count all the fingers and the toes. Now I
Joshua DeWitt, what's up, baby?
boy grows. 18 years younger than my mama, but I really got beaten since the girl loved drama. In single parenthood, there I stood. By the time she was 21, had another one. This one's a girl. Let's see my man. So you all make the range, what you don't see my damn. School joints on your head, DJ Smiley. You'll get a brother, he's swinging. Still he won't down, you would tear out your eyes. On your side, while the baby make a slide. But mama got wise to the game. The youngest of 5 kids, hun, here it is. After 10 years without no spouse, mama's getting married in the house. In the mix, over negative. All the queens rise in the chapter. Deja vu, tell you what I'm gonna do when they reminisce over you, my dog.
uptown. I grew up on the sidewalk while on street talking. They talk to old New York. I go to Queens for Queens to get the food from Brooklyn. Make money in Manhattan and never been talking. Go uptown in the Bronx and boogie down with strong on the island. I go way around. Time to build my dreams back up. Rock that up. Suckers get smacked up, don't doubt the clout. 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 They know what I'm about. Knocking niggas off, knocking niggas out. Shaking them up, waking them up, breaking them up, waking them up.
Blazing the turntables and rocking the hottest venue. It's DJ Smiley.
Most beautiful thing inside, all the spotlight. Always in the club looking hot. Girl, you know that you need to stop. Always talking about what you got. Always talking about what you got. Always talking about what you got. Girl, you know that you need to stop. Always talking about what you got. Always talking about what you got. Always talking about what you got. Girl, you know that you need
Dropping all the old school joints on your head. DJ
got too high, like a pallet. It be all good, toss your clothes like a salad. When it's all over, put your vote in my ballot. It's my night, I'm battling your Alice. Spend the night in Little Two-Steve's Palace. It be all good as long as you don't act childish. While you standing there with the crisp in your cup, and worst come to worst, keep this on the hush. Y'all don't want that. I send them to the mall. My people, my bitches bound to the
blazing the turntables, and rocking on. DJ Smiley. DJ Smiley.
Bad, real ass, brand new
She like the twerking and twerking like a tell she got. She got me hype, I wanna bite her right now, yeah, yeah. Say, ah, yeah, 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 yeah. She got her hands on her knees and then her balls on her thigh. She like the twerking and twerking like a tell she got. She got me hype, I wanna bite her right now, yeah, yeah. Say, ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Chillin' in club, let me see ya, ah, yeah, yeah. Blue flame, let me see ya, ah, yeah, yeah. Ready City, let me see ya, ah, yeah, yeah. Ride tap, let me see ya, ah, yeah, yeah. Janet Tees, let me see ya, ah, yeah, yeah. Club Pills, let me see ya, ah, yeah, yeah. Super girls, let me see ya, ah, yeah, yeah. And if you ain't twerking, bye, yeah, yeah. You get shot down, make that thing grab. Those in the club and the doors when it's bad. Thinking real fine, shut it all down. I hit on, right on down. Man, look at Charlie, she making that thing jiggle. She making that thing jiggle. Man, look at Charlie, she making that thing jiggle. Oh, oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh. Who they want? Top, 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 Packing the mail, it's gone. Shit, I got smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah, yeah. I go how I want, good, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The first play on my body in them. I just check my balance, I probably pull up to your hood and come buy me in them. No cap. You know that your told you that crazy. Don't think she lied to you now. Get caught with you when I'm popping them both. Now they hot just like Bobby and Whitney. Stay on the go, act like I don't know. But fucking I'm obviously winning. Don't make me go hit the bank. Take out 100 to show you our pockets are different. I'm out with you, and I only want knowledge. She got a little mileage, I'm chillin'. You disrespect me and I'll beat you up all in front of your partners and children. I'm the type to let them think that I'm broke until I pop out with $1 million. It takes 20K and put that on your head and make one of your partners some kids. Yeah, they with me, then he gotta grow up, cause then there's gotta be kids. Then they can't fit in my pocket. I got like I hit the lottery. I slap the shit out. No talking, I don't like to argue. I don't, ain't gonna be no more laughing. You see me with back, cause I'm gonna be the shot mirror. No cap, I don't follow no don't lie shit, but all your hoes, they follow. He just pull it out. Packing the mail, it's gone. Shit, I got smell cologne. Yeah, I just had a deal, I'm on. Yeah, yeah. I go how I want, good, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Packing the mail, it's gone. Shit, I got smell cologne. Yeah, I just had a deal, I'm on. Yeah, yeah. I go how I want, good, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure.
DNA test turns out I'm 100% dead. Even when I'm kinda crazy,
left the doctor with a new shake. Blowing up my phone cause she just see me with my new babe. Heartbreaker, ladies love me like I'm Cool J. She was trying to cling on to it, but it's too late. Booked the flight to Cali, racks and in my suitcase. And every single dollar in these bands got a blue face. Diamonds in the rollie, they in HD like it's Blu-ray. The way that I've been ballin' should make the cover of 2K. Show out for the summer, I might pull up in a new race. This is on the game, that's gonna only get your crew chase. And we hop it down, better tighten up your shoelace. Look, go get up closer, let the we pop out at your party. I'm with the gang, and it's gon' be a so tuck your chain on me. Girl, I'm sorry, but I can't change. We ain't aiming for your body, hit your brain. We come from poverty, man, we ain't have to think. There's a lot of everybody, we must know we right. Why would we let us don't get banged? You ain't no good, no job. You got your problem, baby. I got mine. Let's just get it on.
Yo. Oh shit, can you? I didn't know I had my damn what's name on. My bad. Shit. see, I blew the commissioner out, man. It wasn't even funny.
I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what the mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day, take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Pino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day-to-day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, y'all.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Ah, shit, I need to open up this Crown Vanilla to see what this is about.
Can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the rest I was never at the end. I would never get the off my
everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Okay. Crown vanilla. Tastes so nice. That's all right there. That's that shit right there. A little plastic fork. Okay. Stirred it. That's that Madden.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round. Standing 6'5", it's Josh Allen.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll run on first down. Long. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago, 7 catches, 86 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The starters on the defensive side of the ball for Miami, they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And the mantra of this unit? Get to the football. Fly to the ball carrier. And you know how you can tell that they do it really well? At the end of each play, when you click off the frame, count the number of guys that are around the ball carrier. It's always 7, 8, 9 guys. They get to him each and every play.
9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it hit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
On first down, it's Grant, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And we look at this offense now, and Zach Martin will be important for this team today.
He's so good, Brandon, that you can play him at any position, the offensive line, and I think he's a Pro Bowl player at each spot.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Jackson going deep downfield for Rowe. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Jackson hit, and now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30. Past the 20, and they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson now to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that's caught by Smith. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Jackson will throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's long. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's long. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing is Allen on third.
Oh, he got me. Okay.
And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Check 53 is Mike. Hey, let's go. Get that ball. 53 is Mike. 53. Check 53. Check it out.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Jackson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions. Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. It's long. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Strip that ball.
All right, brother.
On 3rd down. Long. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He's got Smith here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Allen going to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hill one more time. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing is Jackson. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run with Hill. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going again on the ground here with Hill. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Touchdown, Miami. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back now in Nashville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Vincent Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Titans, gain of 12. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Jackson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. After the sack on first down, Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing now is Allen. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Allen now looks to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And this one complete to Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really...
I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the lines in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, make it make fans. Cause I know they try to shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay. Hey, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going